Hi there, good morning or afternoon. If this is your first time here, welcome to your friendly proctologist, and that's me, Dr. Chung. If this is not your first time, I welcome you again and I hope you enjoy your stay. I'd like to talk a little bit about the Anoscope. I referred to it in my previous videos and I wanted to demonstrate and show you the parts of that equipment and also the procedure in more detail. I've referred to it before when you want to have an evaluation done or examination to see what your problem is coming from. The Anoscope can be very valuable in that. But at the same time, you want it to be preferably be done by someone who can do it correctly, which means without pain or much discomfort, and someone who can recognize or make a diagnosis based on that procedure. Logic says if someone is going to perform a procedure, you want them to be able to take what information they have so they can figure out a treatment for you, right? And I think that's where it's valuable for a specialist like me to be able to help you in that way so that we can get you on the path to recovery. So let me grab that equipment. So here we are. This is your basic Anoscope. And let me get that closer to the camera for you. It's got several pieces here which we will analyze in detail, but essentially you have the scope portion, which is the top part here. This part would be placed into the bottom end, and then of course you have the handle here so that the operator can have control over it. So the bottom part, if we were to break up the pieces, is the light source as well as the handle. You have the middle part here, which is where the light enters into the scope, and then like I said, the part that is used to make the diagnosis. So if we were to take apart the scope here, we can take off the light source, like so. And then you have this. If we were to turn this around, you can see what the inside of the scope looks like. And you'll recognize that there are no cameras. You cannot take any pictures. There's nothing digital about this thing. So quite primitive, but again, really effective. If we take off this part here, you can see that the piece has this curved metal piece, and it's actually a lens at the end here. So some fiber optic technology. The light passes from the light source, which was that handle, and travels through the lens and into the scope, which you can see it's pretty dark in there now, but that's what this light is for. If we take that off, we now have this. And this white kind of plastic looking piece here actually comes out. So if we remove this whole thing, you can see that this is where someone like me would be looking in to see the hemorrhoids on the other side, right? And you can see that the hole is actually quite small on this side. If you compare that to my finger, I'm about 6 feet tall. It's not very big at all. So ideally, you should not be in any pain at all. You should only feel some discomfort because this is not a procedure that we do on a daily basis. But you find that this can be something that's very tolerable with the proper coaching. So when we do the procedure, what is that like? You know, what happens? Well, first, the way that I do it, there's coaching and there's explaining the procedure. Telling the patient that you may have some discomfort, but definitely always let me know if you're having that discomfort or any pain, because that could be operator problems, or it could be that the problem that you're coming in to see me with is causing an issue. And also the coaching part of it to help you stay relaxed, which I find is the essential piece to having a successful procedure done. But lubrication is obviously used through this entire portion here. And then through the coaching, we're able to place this anoscope into your bottom end. It does not usually go all the way to the end here. And for some people, it's actually much shorter because of the fact that their bottom ends are much shorter. It's shorter in women than in men on average, and that's why I think it's advantageous to see someone like me who's who do these on a daily basis, multiple times. After we get the scope into the bottom of the rectum here, that's when the middle portion is removed. When this middle portion is removed, the light source is now shining straight into the opening, which means that we can see the inside here of your intestines, right? And the anus. Now, if your anus is that long, and we'll use the post-it note here to kind of demonstrate. So if your anus is, let's say what we're looking at the length of the post-it, you can see that as we pull back the anoscope, you can see the entire length here. So if there was some hemorrhoids we wanted to look at, for example, we can see the very top and come out to the bottom towards the outside until the scope is removed. And that's really the procedure right there. The other half is, of course, recognition on my part and the doctor's part, and making that diagnosis so that we can target the therapy. If you have any questions about the procedure or any specific scenarios that you're wondering about, I'd be happy to answer questions for you. I'm definitely open to suggestions, and so please make your comments below. That's about all I wanted to say about the procedure for now. I hope that was helpful to you, and I hope that helped calm some anxieties about the procedure and helping you know what to expect a little bit. Thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.